Okay, so this is question number 23 of miscellaneous exercise. It is based on double derivatives. So y is equal to e a cos inverse x is given, and we want to prove this expression. So in order to prove it, first of all, you will start by taking derivative on both the sides. So differentiate both the sides with respect to x. Differentiate both sides with respect to x. So if I do that, then it will be dy upon dx, and written as e to the power of a cos inverse x, and after that I have to take the derivative of a cos inverse x using chain rule. So it will become minus a under the root of 1 minus x square. So e to the power of theta, this is e to the power theta, then we have to take the derivative of this theta also. So this is what we are getting. Now, before finding second order derivative, what we can do is we can simplify this expression further. So how to simplify? We will just cross multiply this expression. So when you cross multiply, this is how we can write under the root of 1 minus x square into dy upon dx, that can be written as minus a. And if you see this expression, then this can be written as y from number 1. So this is the simplification for this particular question. E a cos inverse x can be written as y. So that is what I had written, and this is minus a. And just I had cross multiplied this on this side. Okay, now after this, you will take the second order derivative. Let us call this as number 2. Let us call this as number 2. Now differentiate both the sides with respect to x. So when you again differentiate both the sides with respect to x, then it will be, this is first function, this is second function. On this side, we need to apply product rule. So it will be derivative of this second function, then it will become double derivative. Keep this first as it is, and keep second function as it is, and take the derivative of under the root of 1 minus x square. So when you take the derivative, it will be 1 upon under the root of 1 minus x square into minus 2x. So this will be the derivative of this under the root of 1 minus x square. It is 1 upon 2 root 1 minus x square, and then we have taken the derivative of 1 minus x square. It is simply minus 2x. And on the right hand side, this will become a is a constant quantity, so it will simply become a into dy upon dx. A is a constant quantity. Now after this, let us do further calculation. So you can see that this 2 and 2 can be cancelled out. Now take LCM. When you take LCM, this is what you will get, double derivative 1 minus x square minus x dy upon dx can be written as minus a under the root of 1 minus x square into dy upon dx. So this is what I can write after taking LCM. So just I had taken LCM. This is being multiplied over here. It will become whole upon under the root of 1 minus x square that I had cross multiplied. So this is the expression which you will get. Now, if you correlate this expression with what you want to prove, then you can see that these two has been created. These two are there. Now you have to just do a little bit of modification in this so that we will get this expression. Now what modification we can do? You can see that this is irrelevant term. We want to eliminate this term because this is not required. So if you see this number 2 equation, then under the root of 1 minus x square into dy can be written as minus ay. So from number 2, we will just put the value of this term. This bracket can be written as minus ay from number 2. Why we are doing this step? Because we want to reach up to this expression. So in order to reach up to this expression, you have to see the information properly. So this is not required. So we can write this as minus ay from number 2. So let us put the value of this as minus ay, and then we shift it on this side, and straight away you will get the required expression. So after this, you will write double derivative this minus x dy upon dx can be written as minus a minus ay. So finally it can be written as double derivative 1 minus x square minus x dy upon dx minus a square y is equal to 0. So this is the expression which you want to prove. So we had substituted the value from number. In place of this bracket, I can write minus ay by using number 2. Now after that, shift it on other side, and this is the required expression which we want to. So this is how we can do question number 23. So next is question number 15 of miscellaneous exercise. Now here x minus a square plus y minus b square is equal to c square. This is given to us. And we want to prove that 1 plus dy upon dx whole square whole to the power of 3 by 2 divided by double derivative is constant and it should be independent of a and b. So this is what we need to prove. Now here how to proceed. So first of all, we have to take single order derivative, we have to take double order derivative, then we will find this numerator separately and then put the values in this expression and then we will try to prove that this is independent of a and b and your answer should be constant. So we have to take single derivative and we have to take double order derivative. Let us start the question by saying differentiating both the side with respect to x. So we will begin the question by saying differentiate both sides with respect to x. So here when you differentiate both the sides with respect to x, this can be written as x minus a plus 2 y minus b dy upon dx is equal to 0. So the derivative of this x minus a whole square is 2x minus a, then derivative of x minus a is simply 1. So that is why you will get this term. Now when you differentiate this, it will be 2y minus b. Now when you take the derivative of y minus b, then it will be dy upon dx. A, b, c are here constant. Derivative of c square is simply 0. Let us call this as equation number 1. We will utilize this later. Now from here, let us get the value of dy upon dx. So from here, I can write dy upon dx as minus x minus a upon y minus b. This is how I can write dy upon dx as. Let me call it as second equation. So 2 I had cancelled and I had written it in this manner. So this is your single order derivative. Let us call it as number 2. Now from here, anyway, we have to take the double order derivative because that is involved over here. So let us find out the double order derivative from this expression. So you will again write differentiating both the sides with respect to x. Differentiate both sides with respect to x. So when you differentiate both the sides with respect to x, it will become double derivative is equal to, now here we need to apply quotient rule. We need to apply quotient rule here. So you will keep this minus sign outside and just apply quotient. Let us keep this minus sign outside and we will apply quotient rule. So it will become y minus b ka whole square. Derivative of numerator is simply 1, denominator as it is, minus derivative of denominator is dy upon dx and numerator as it is. So this is what you will get when you apply quotient rule. Now after applying this quotient rule, let us substitute the value of dy upon dx as this one. Let us put the value. When you put the value, it will become minus outside y minus b. So it will become x minus a ka whole square with a positive sign upon y minus b whole upon y minus b ka whole square. Now here let us take LCM. Let us take LCM and we'll try to do some more calculations. So till now what I had done, I had just substituted the value of dy upon dx as this. So after substituting, this is what we are getting. Now take LCM. Now after taking LCM, use this equation number 1 also. So By taking LCM, I can rewrite this as double derivative is equal to minus outside. So this is y minus b ka whole square plus x minus a ka whole square whole upon y minus b ka cube. That can be written as minus c square upon y minus b ka whole cube. From where we can write this? From number 1. So by using number 1, I can write this expression. So this is the simplification for this double derivative. So from this expression I have written c square, and this is y minus b ka whole cube by taking LCM. Now let us calculate this numerator separately, and then we will put the value of numerator and denominator in this expression, and then we'll see. So let me consider this expression. Consider 1 plus dy upon dx ka whole square to the power of 3 by 2. Let us consider this expression. So it will be 1 plus, put the value of dy upon dx, so it will be x minus a ka whole square, y minus b ka whole square, whole to the power of. Now here again, when you take LCM and use that equation number 1, we'll take LCM, so it will become y minus b ka whole square plus x minus a ka whole square. There we can write that as c square by using number 1. So I can write this as c square upon y minus b ka whole square to the power of 3 by 2. So after that, further we can rewrite this as this much. Right? So this is how we can write the numerator part. Now let us consider this complete expression. So when you consider this complete expression, it will be consider 1 plus dy upon dx whole square to the power of 3 by 2 divided by double derivative. So when you put the values, we will do this divided by this. So you can just check that it is minus c, which is constant and independent of a and b. This expression is coming out to be c, which is independent of a and b, and it is a constant quantity. So this is what we need to prove as per this question. Let me explain you this once again. This expression was given. We want to prove that this quantity should be constant and independent of a. From here we have taken the single order derivative. So after taking single order derivative, we get dy upon dx as minus x upon a upon y minus b. Call it as number 2. Get this again. So when you differentiate using quotient rule, this is what you will get. Now put the value of dy upon dx as this much. Take simple LCM. So when you take LCM after putting value, you will get it in this manner. Now after that, you can write this x minus a ka whole square, y minus b ka whole square as c square by using number 1. Right? So that is how we can write. Now we are considering this numerator part. So I am putting the value of dy upon dx as this much. Now take an LCM. After taking LCM, again I am using number 1. Then I can write that as c square upon y minus b ka whole square to the power of 3 by 2, which further can be written in this manner. So here again we are using number 1 by using number 1. So finally we had considered this expression, and we can see that the answer is C, which is obviously independent of A and B. Just write down this complete